Almost every show in existence has their fair share of plot holes, and Dragon Ball Z is of course no exception. So with that said, today I'll be counting down the top 10 biggest plot holes / inconsistencies within Dragon Ball Z. Coming in at number 10 is when King Kai states that once you are dead, you can no longer die again. This was stated early on in the series, but was brought up later again by Dende and the alien announcer from the World Martial Arts Tournament. However, it is stated by Goku during the Buu saga that if someone dies while dead, they cease to exist. Goku's inconsistency is further proven false when the deceased Frieza and Cell are killed by him in Dragon Ball GT, which simply results in them regenerating. Now I know GT isn't canon, but it is still very interesting to bring up. Taking the number 9 spot is when Piccolo tells Vegeta that he will not be able to keep his body if he blows himself up in an attempt to defeat Majin Buu. Unlike Goku, who was rewarded with keeping his body, Vegeta was not able to. However, in various filler episodes, we get to see Cell, Frieza, the Ginyu Force, and King Cold with their bodies in hell. Again, this was a filler episode not actually canon or related to the manga, but I still feel that I should bring this up. Taking the 8th spot on this list is when Gohan turns into a Super Saiyan 2, he kills 8 Cell Juniors, even though Cell only created 7 of them. Now the only way I can see this happening is if one Cell Junior went ahead and used the multiform technique. But I still would consider this a plot hole. Coming in at number 7 is again in the Cell saga, when Tien Shinhan says to himself that surpassing Goku has been his goal ever since he's become a martial artist, and if it were not for Goku, he would not be as strong as he was. However, it was a known fact that he was a martial artist under the Crane Hermit long before he met Goku. Coming in at number 6 is when Goku and Gohan are training inside the hyperbolic time chamber. Goku instructs Gohan to imagine that Cell is torturing his friends, his family, in an effort to try and get Gohan to turn into a Super Saiyan. Gohan then confesses that he can't do that because he has simply never seen Cell. However, later during their stay in the hyperbolic time chamber, Gohan has a nightmare where he envisions perfect Cell has killed Chi-Chi and Piccolo, even though that he said himself that he has never seen Cell. Coming in at number 5 is when Super Perfect Cell returns. He explains that he was able to regenerate because part of his brain that allows regeneration survived the self-destruction. However, Cell's entire upper body, including his head, had been vaporized by Goku's Kamehameha Blast. Now people often like to argue that he can move the nucleus around his body, but I just don't see that as a sufficient enough explanation. Now, taking the number 4 spot on this list is actually in Dragon Ball. When Goku's fighting Monster Carrot, he ties him and his henchmen to his power pole and extends his power pole all the way to the moon. Now there is 2 very clear problems with this, one being that Goku cannot breathe in space, so how does he get from Earth to the moon with only his power pole? If we're going by that logic, Goku can breathe in space, which sadly is not the case. The other problem that may not be so clear with this is that Goku went to the moon. And this was back when Goku had his tail, so what happens when Goku looks directly at the moon? He transforms into a giant ape. So we can only conclude that this is a plot hole. Taking the number 3 position is when Goku starts his second quest to find the Dragon Balls during the Red Ribbon Army saga. Only 8 months have passed since they made the previous wish, meaning the Dragon Balls should not be active yet, considering it takes 1 whole year, 365 days, for them to reactivate. In the Funimation dub, Snake Way is said to be 10,000 miles long. That is inconsistent because Goku was able to swim halfway around the world, which is over 20,000 miles, in only 1 day to get to the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, when he was only 15. To be fair, this was more of a fault on Funimation's part. But now taking the number 1 position on this list is when Chi-Chi pretty much demanded Goku to go out and learn how to drive. This is a massive inconsistency because Chi-Chi was shown driving a hovercar with her dad all the way to Master Roshi's house in an attempt to try and get Gohan to school. So it doesn't make any sense why Chi-Chi would be begging Goku to get a license when it was shown that she is fully capable of driving herself. So guys, this has been the top 10 biggest Dragon Ball Z plot holes that I could find. So if you have any other plot holes that I missed, please be sure to list them down in the comment section below. I'd be really happy to read them just to see which ones I missed. But as always, I will see you guys in the next Dragon Ball Z video.